Shotov loch. Let us give some tzedakah and a thought. The Rambam, we established the 13 principles of faith, known as the Ani Mamin, I believe, where it discusses the fundamental, basic beliefs in Judaism about the existence of God, the creation of the world, God being the creator of the world, and so on and so forth. One of them, it says, Ani Mamin b'emunah shalema, I believe with full faith, sheTorah zu lo tehei muchlefes, that the Torah, the Torah that we received on Mount Sinai, will not change. This is eternal. It's the blueprint, it's the guide. It was the blueprint for God to create the world, and it is the guide, our lifestyle for eternity. Implying that even after when Mashiach will come, we will still continue to do the Torah and mitzvahs as we know them. Now I should be clear, as we know them means that as we will know them then. Right? Because our understanding and our appreciation of Torah will be so much deeper, so much greater than what we have today. So there might be some little changes. As an example, we know the two famous teachers, Hillel and Shammai. Familiar with a famous story that his fellow wanted to convert, and Shammai rejected him, Hillel accepted him. Not for now, the discussion, but those two basic schools of Jewish thought, of Jewish learning. It's called Beis Shammai, the house of Shammai, the school of Shammai, the school of Hillel. Shammai was known to be the most stringent, most severe. Hillel was known to be more welcoming, today's terminology, cool. And we follow today the laws as the decisions made by the house of Hillel. The reason? Because they had a majority. And we know in Torah we have a concept that acharei rabim lahatos, one should follow the majority. Let's say there's a court of three, two decide one way, one decides the other way. We go according to majority opinion, which is obviously very logic. Hillel, they were the majority of students of the scholars, so we, in general, except for a certain amount of times, the Talmud says that we go according to Beis Shammai and not according to Beis Hillel. It says that in the time of the Geula, in time of Mashiach, at that time we will follow the opinion of Shammai. Now this doesn't mean there is a change in Jewish law, because both opinions are already existing today, and we have a concept of Elu ve'elu divrei Elohim Chaim. Both of them are valid opinions, but bottom line is we follow one. The reason? Because since Hillel is more lenient, Shammai is more stringent, the majority of the community is incapable of following the stringencies of Shammai. Thus, we go according to the majority of the opinion, which is the opinion of Hillel. Time of Mashiach, we will be on a higher level. We will be able to follow the opinion of Shammai, because this is where the majority of the people will be then. But here is a very interesting thing. Regarding Shavuot, there is a difference of opinion between the house of Shammai and the house of Hillel. Every holiday has a specific sacrifice. It's called the Korban HaRe'iyah, the sacrifice of being seen, Oilas Re'iyah. Meaning, when we came up to the temple, it was appropriate to bring an offering, and every person would bring an offering. But this is not really necessary for the food of Yom Tov. It's a oila. It's completely consumed. So there's a discussion, are we allowed to offer it on Yom Tov or not? On Yom Tov, we know we can't just kill unless we are going to eat it on that day. So since this was not going to be eaten, says Shammai, we cannot bring this offering on the day of Shavuot, and therefore it was done on the next day, as we have spoken a few days ago, Yom Tavuach, the day of the slaughterings. Hillel is of the opinion that it is permitted. Now, this is not the place to go into the extensive halachic discussion, but we have the opinion of Shammai and the opinion of Hillel. Nevertheless, says the Gemara, that although Hillel was of the opinion that it is permitted, he accepted, he followed the practice as Shammai, and not to sacrifice it on Shavuot, but the next day. Well, we see something quite amazing. That Hillel states clearly that Shavuot is what? The giving of the Torah. The perfection of the giving and the learning and the practice of Torah is going to be in the time of Mashiach. So he says, and therefore, let us already now start experiencing a taste, a practice, the way it is in the time of Mashiach.